Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Laundry Room Podcast, where I am your hostess with the mostess, Roxy Tumble Dryer, and today I am recording you another fabulous episode of the podcast. Keep you entertained and cracking and laughing along. Thank you to everybody that's been listening along. As always, you're amazing, you're fabulous, and if it's your first time listening, where the fuck you been, beach? Today I am joined, you can hear a maniacal laugh in the background, and it's the only maniacal laugh I want to hear. It is my good pal, my good friend, the comedian herself, the lady, the legend, the man. It's David Doherty Jebb.
Hello, my love. Thank you very much for having me. You're sick of the sight of me because we've just done a wonderful show together.
We did
in the Black Box.
You warmed up for my one woman performance.
I warmed them all up. Got them all heated and sweaty.
There was a couple of fannies wet in the seats. There was a couple of arse prints left.
That's the way I like it. That's just it wasn't doing it in a retirement home again, but we were going to have to do it. But
sure.
It is.
A return home's good if they die, you get money.
Do you know what I mean?
He wrote me into his will a couple of weeks before he passed away. Me and my husband are sorted.
I couldn't be bothered talking to the PSNI. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, if any of you are going to die, could you do it after I leave? Because I just want to get on with my life.
I know. I would say on a Saturday night, I would usually have somebody gets on the stage and dances, but it's just a curtain. You'd fall through it. I'm like, you fall through that curtain, that's your problem. I am not fucking lifting you up, and if I do, I'll kick your cunt in because you shouldn't have been on my stage.
Not be taking you to Narnia. It will be taking you to NE. You will fall through that and break your fucking hole. That's what's going to happen, you stupid bitch.
If you fall through that curtain on the wrong night, it'll take you into boo-boo and some barrel buck you.
Oh well, hold on a second. That's what would you call it? That's an incentive for some people.
I'm going to fall through ours first. Like, whoops, I fell. Whoopsies. Oh. This is the third time I've got you off this stage, and I just put a harness on it just in case I fall through. Like,
if you fall through there a fourth time, we're going to have to get your arse back sewn back up shut. What the fuck is going on here? That is a prolapsed hole if ever I saw one.
Sewn up. It's like American Horror Story. American Horror Story 13, sewn up arse.
Sewn up hole.
There's a killer going around New York sewing up anuses. He's called the anal killer.
He's called the anal sewer.
The anal zipper.
The anal zip. Imagine that. Oh no, that would be too handy for gay people. That'd be too handy.
His name would be, it's the zippity doodah killer.
There'd be a whole niche. There'd be a whole niche on Pornhub of people that's unzipping their hole.
Stolen zips with body glue on your arms. Or people get dermal piercings and all these things. I just got rockers.
Is it cheaper than Imodium? Do you know what I mean? If you've got diarrhea, if you've got a zip on your hole.
Fuck, imagine.
Do you know what I mean?
There's been a few nights now I'd be like, don't trust a fart. Fuck.
No.
I wasn't well a few weeks ago and I was lying in my bed and I thought, I think everything's all good. And I went, I had to shimmy. You know
that we walk, that we penguin walk.
It's that whenever you have private time to yourself and it ends up on your stomach and you don't want it to go anywhere else and you're just doing that shimmy down the bed. So
do you not prepare? Do you not have everything sitting ready, or is it just too spontaneous?
No, I wouldn't wipe it on any fabric either, just in case. You have to break it. I broke a blanket in two. What's that out of?
Bridesmaids.
I broke a blanket in half.
I had to break it over my knee.
It's like, Annie,
was it in the back of this? You are a princess. You are our joy. You are sunshine. I do love that movie. It's one of my. I went to see it in the cinema 3 times.
I've watched it about fucking 50 times.
Oh, why?
There's been no film since that's been coming out that has ever topped it.
That's so. I have to say, everything. The bit at the beginning. It's been out now. What, about 15 years now? 14 years now. So fucking get over it. If you have not seen, spoiler alert from fucking 14 years ago. It's like the fucking Titanic sank. If you haven't seen it,
I love that. Do you know what was the plot of Titanic? I never seen it.
Well,
they all died.
They didn't. They don't make it to New York, Sandy. Sure, they don't.
It was kind of like Blue Hydrant. I love Blue Hydrant. Wrote on Twitter once. Somebody was like, "Blue, you're terrible for voting off." What do you call that? Thailand Queen.
And
this was only recently, and Blue just wrote, sorry to spoil it for you, but I win. Fuck off. I was like,
win.
Yes,
you fucking
that's my girl.
Oh shit, that was very. Take her. Let's cast our minds back. It was like 2022, and the UK versus the world, and shit. That was very.
People took that really serious.
They really did.
It's just men in dresses. They're doing that for a reason. It's probably all here, how long? No, I'm going to vote you off the crack. Just get the drama going. Okay.
And there was no money in season 1. No. There was no money for grabs. So and Pangina Hales, let's face it, was going back to Thailand. I would say, because
on a dinghy.
Have you ever maybe, but a very posh dinghy because she's a quite lot of money.
Fuck, she was on a yacht. She was on Southampton.
She's very famous in Thailand.
She is fucking great.
Did you watch the Thai Drag Race? Fucking class.
Was it good? See, Thai, they know how to drag.
They do, and it's so Oh, it's so because like for the finale, you know, like in the I don't like the British one and the American one, they get you a wee song. For any heterosexuals who have accidentally found themselves on listening to this, we're talking about
there's quite
Drag
a few.
Race.
I had a woman on the plane the other day going, "I think you're great. I also listen to you as well." I was like,
I don't agree with it. I just don't agree with it. The world's overpopulated enough as it is. Take it up the bum, no harm done.
you don't agree with being straight?
No, I don't. I think it's a lifestyle choice. Listen, I don't mind it in people's homes, but I don't like seeing it on the street.
Exactly. See, when it's being forced upon us, mums and dads getting married and all that.
Mums and dads getting married, people knowing who their dad is, that's very strange to me.
That offends me.
That's offensive.
I would like to petition Parliament about that.
I would like to petition Parliament.
I know people that go that far about something that they're annoyed about. I'm like, really?
I'm going to do a petition. I'm going to go, what's it called? Change? Was it
Change.org?
Change. I'm going to change it.
Yes.
I remember years ago I worked in HMV.
And, did you?
A tangent. I loved it. I did enjoy working for HMV. I had so many weird people, and this wee woman came in.
So many weird people. What do you mean? Like how?
Like,
why? Tell me stories.
What do you hear?
Well, they all look through the posters. They're all those metal boxes. Like,
well, there was where the posters were in the one in Rushmere. It was like an L. Do you know what I mean? So like where the posters was in like the wee sticky bit of the L, so you couldn't see it.
Oh, it was like a cubby hole, like an L hole.
But you could see it from like the security room. But people used to stand like looking through the posters. Like those like posters like was like wanking. In HMV. Having a wank, and the security
like Pamela Anderson poster, like
Pamela Anderson and a baps out. But she
poster of Teddy Von Trump slipped in.
Absolutely.
Teddy's.
Do you remember her? No, I'm only joking.
To me, that sounds like a good show. Teddy's.
Did I?
And what you have to do is a brand new game called Teddy's Deddies, where you have to wear a breastplate and catch
semen
on your tits.
In your tits.
Thank you. There we are.
So I just laughed right into the microphone and had like a big mad
I love
like a bit asthmatic laugh. But yes,
I'll be able to edit it out and use it if I have to ring in sick for work one day. I'm like, listen to my lungs.
I've got pure
I've got lungitis.
I've got COPD.
I've been bucked in the lung.
I've got herpes of the lung.
COPD for ages I thought was, what's Cop D?
What's Cop D?
A woman's got Cop D.
Is that like a cop show? Is it like NYPD Blue, but like
I've been fingered by the police.
Cop D, Dick Police.
Cop D. Cop D Christian. Cop Dick Christian. Sorry. This is, folks, as you well know, this is a podcast of tangents. And today, I have never picked a better guest to be a tangent.
Listen, what I tell you,
stick with it.
If you've taken your ADHD medicine, don't stop, because you're not able to keep up with us. Because that sounds like you're saying something in Arabic though, like saying come out. Is it yalla habibi?
Yalla habibi,
my friend. You want to glow in the dark fish?
I love the way you were going, like with your fingers were giving it the ditty. There's like you were fingered 4 women at once. My wives.
Four women with very tiny women with tiny vaginas. If they can all get ahead by one hand.
Little tiny. Well,
leprechaun ladies.
I was going to go into a whole thing there, but I won't.
A whole hang.
I would get in trouble.
But just the HIV. This HMV. Yes. I was going to say HIV. No, HMV. I used to work there. It was good crack. But it was do you know what?
So somebody was having a wank in the posters.
Somebody having a wank in the posters, and then another time they had like it was awful smell, and they couldn't work out what this awful smell was. Somebody had taken a sanitary towel out and slipped it into one of the display cabinets, so that like it had gone and they didn't realise it until they were reusing all the floor. And you're like, what dirty fucking tramp? What is going on?
So we got Shania Twain underneath your clothes. Then we've got a tampon. We've got soiled.
We've got from about 6 months ago. What's going on here?
Flicking through like a Rolodex of tampons.
It's been so long ago. The person who threw this sanitary towel away is now menopausal. It's so fucking long ago.
But on the topic of sanitary towels being left in places, like there was. I do tell this story quite a lot. I landed after working a very busy and absolutely hectic flight. I landed in Ibiza, and after all the retrobates left the aircraft, one of the window blinds were down, and this was quite late at night. You're talking about maybe 11:30, and I was like, why is that window blind down? It's quite dark, because we always have to get to the open them. And I was like, right, sling that up. I slung the window blind to the top. What was stuck to the window but a tampon filled with red liquid.
Lovely.
First thing I did was run and grab my phone.
Of course you have
Get
to.
Get a picture!
Look, nobody's going to believe me. If I say it's going to believe... Listen, first of all, we want to be very clear that we're not trying to shame anybody who is going through a menstrual situation.
Or if you're listening to this and it was you that stuck said tampon to the window on a flight to about 6 years ago, do let me know.
Do get in touch with us so we can say to you, you know, that there's
a prize.
There's bins.
I still have it.
We'll give it back to you. We'll do a DNA test to see if it's yours.
I will do what you do with a bad dog and I go rub it in your face and go, it was fucking one of you. Disgusting.
Did you do that?
Did you do that? ever see people turn to kids when they go, and they go, is that bad cough you got?
No wonder the fucking NHS is fucked, because like now the smallest like wee bit of like fucking snothers coming out, we're going to the doctors.
I know. Sure, it was us. We
You
were
bad cough.
before the podcast started. Folks, myself and David were just chatting downstairs about different things, and we were just talking about someone. And unfortunately, they'd passed. We were talking about them, and they go, "I should," or whatever the word, had taken their own life. But we're in my home, and we're literally sitting in the living room. There's no one about.
No one else.
Whispering to each other, "Is that right? Is that right? She took her own life. Why she took her?" And it got to the point where we were just like mouthing.
We're just pure ASMR into each other, like people's conversation. She did die. It's like, do you want one upstairs? She's got new blinds. Her husband's left her.
See that woman next door to me. She smells like shit. Just whisper. Don't say nothing.
She's a lesbian.
But do you ever catch
no.
we were like, do you ever catch yourself doing it? You do. You
And it's
go,
like,
you're whispering like,
especially diseases. Do you know
yes, it's like, see, your woman next to you, a couple of doors down, and she's got.
and we were saying, I was saying this before, like,
I love that. It's like
telling
muted.
stories where you're like, do you remember your woman, right? And she used to listen. So you remember she used to drive the wee blue Peugeot?
Oh.
And then no, I tell a lie. No, it was a wee red Vauxhall Cavalier. No, listen. So she did it on Tuesday. No, it was a Wednesday. It's like, no, just it doesn't matter. It
The
doesn't
day
fucking-
and what car it was.
And
Just
then
tell me the bastard
And then
story.
the conversation ended. The stories like out there. Yes, she's going away to Benidorm on her holidays. It's like it doesn't have a fucking price of cheese. What the fuck? Who cares?
It's nothing to do with it.
No.
People do the same as on they come on and go, now see, Kurt told me months ago, say, hi, can I just and she pulled me over to the side, knows if there's a real serious. I was like, what, she's gonna tell me there's a medical problem, maybe she's allergic to nuts. I'm like, here, have a peanut.
Here we go. Have a Snickers and shut the fuck up.
My friend it didn't come on the trip, so the seat beside me is empty. Is that okay? I'm like,
No, we're going to crash because the plane's
no,
not
I'm
heavy
sorry,
enough.
but what we're going to do is we're going to hold this plane here for 3 hours because your friend's lying in the hospital, falling
Yeah.
in a coma. We're getting her out of that coma and getting in that fucking seat.
They're in a coma.
No,
we
can't leave.
we need some. Roughly what weight is your friend? Because we need somebody exactly the same dimensions as her
Yeah.
to fill that seat. Otherwise, we're going to crash.
Unfortunately, we don't have anybody available, so we're just going to use a load of packs of Coca-Cola,
Is that-
like 24 packs. So what is she, about 6, 7 stone? No,
What is
that's
she?
7 stone.
She's only
That's a
7.
fucking-
She's a wee woman.
She's only
She's
7 stone.
She's only 7
Sweet
stone.
doll.
Have you seen a wee person? I don't
What's
know.
right?
I don't think I know a living human.
My
Who's
friend,
7 stone?
she's 43 stone. Like, the plane can't go. I'm sorry, it's cancelled.
Sorry, we can't go. So your friend was here.
Alright.
She should have been here. Phone her up and tell her that everybody's holiday's ruined because of her.
You got a few people on board. that
She's
are
like, she God love her.
quite large. You're like,
God love her all the same. What happened to her? What did she tell you? Because I want to know now what happened to her friend.
no, she never told me. I never inquired. I didn't give a fuck. But it was
Same
just sort of
nosy.
like,
I'm like, oh, what
no,
happened to her?
just sit down. You're fine. Then I was going to like, where he's going, what he's doing.
What's happening?
Why is she not here? See, now I'm
Say,
interested.
now,
See,
why is she not here? What's going on here?
now, this was months ago. Now I'm like, I wonder if I could go back. Like,
She was fingered at a
Contact
young
David
farmer's
Jebb.
ball by a ragnail, and now she's got sepsis, so it's terrible.
a young farmer's.
You know, like one of them young farmer's balls.
Oh, she was at a young farmer's ball. She got fingered. The fella had a ragnail, and now she's sepsis. Now that is a scenario. Now, I know my brain goes places, but fuck me.
What the hell was that there?
I
David
love
Doherty
that.
Jebb?
No, I was like, she went to young farmer's ball. The fella that fingered her had a ragnail, and she ended up getting sepsis.
You never know the day. You never know the day,
And
Roxy.
the two
You
fanny
have to
lips just dropped off her.
Do you know what? 2 Celtic sovereign rings fell out of her vaginal or cervical cavity.
Do you remember
It
a
was
sovereign ring?
We saw it. What do you mean? Do you remember?
Well, I used to.
If you walk up and down, my husband's cafe used to be in Sandy Row. I used to sell sovereign rings every day.
Oh, did you have cafe in Sandy Row?
Until very recently, Causeway Cafe, it's still there. It's still there, so it's
They threw bricks through the window because they heard you were Catholic.
well, we're not.
I know.
I just told people that.
That was it.
I
It was the
just
only way
told-
to get the grants.
Just the only way to, do you know what I mean? We weren't going to be able to pay the rent in that place, but I tell
That's it.
people that we were half
but-
Catholic, half.
You get the cross community grant, and around the
100%.
corner you got Gita's Curry night there and selling their bits and pieces. And you're
I
like,
had to lie, but I had
"Congrats."
to say I was a disabled black lesbian. I got. I had to lie a wee bit.
just for that quota, you know how it is.
The wee road. Called Catherine Whale.
She's a lovely girl. Have you met her before? It's nice.
I put her at the top of the stairs and left her break off. Fuck's sake.
There is so many. I've discussed this in many podcasts. I have a list of like drag names or potential drag names. Catherine Whale would be a cracker.
Catherine Whale.
There.
Yes, a drag queen in a wheelchair. Catherine Whale.
It's brilliant.
Love it. And she could put like,
Rolling on the river.
like wee fireworks on the side of her.
Oh my
like
god! Fuck.
Do you know what I mean? I had near.
I would have like a wheelchair. Like then you'd have your real wheels and then fake wheels with the Catherine wheels attached to them.
Like
so
we-
you'd be
you know
like,
we-
give
we-
it the ditty.
Like wee Bodicea wheel. You know, like the way like in the old Roman times. And
Bodicea. Comes out, like, stab you.
Aye.
I like that.
You
Like,
better get to the bar.
I have a thing at the minute with people being. I think after COVID, everybody likes to get too close again. Now I'm like, why are you breathing on my fucking neck?
I wasn't a big fan of it before COVID, and now, like, during COVID, I quite enjoyed that people weren't getting close to you, and now
Same.
people are ignoring it.
Yeah, oh god, now we're back to going, I can smell you.
I don't, yeah. I think you've so close to me, I'm going to have to get an STI test. This is fucking ridiculous.
Fucking turns me. Like, I actually turned to someone a couple of weeks ago and was like, hello? They're like, oh, yes. I was like, why the fuck can I smell your breath?
And do you want to try my fucking shoes on? Is that what the fucking deal is?
Literally. And then I was standing in an air bridge waiting to fucking board a flight coming back from Spain.
Oh, no.
And there was a child touching my hair. And I was like, that's how close it was. And I turned around and was like, mate, would you get your child back a wee bit? And he was like, sorry about that there.
She just woke up.
I'm still looking for my list of drag names.
I quite
in
like,
my notes.
I've never heard the one, but you have to say it in an American accent, and you have to say it like, you know, like a manager at a shop. Sarah Problem.
Please welcome to the stage. Please welcome to the stage, the one, the only Sarah Problem.
Sarah Problem.
Oh, it does work in that accent. Sarah Problem.
Sarah Problem.
There's also her sister, Sarah Bin. She recycles quite a lot.
Sarah Bin.
Hi, my name's Sarah Bin. I've rubbish.
Sure and flat. Sure what?
Sure, wheelchair.
Or what about, I'm trying to think.
Northern Ireland's number one wheelchair impersonator, Wheelchair.
Wheelchair.
If I could wheel back time.
Oh, thank you. My brother,
that'll kill me.
Andrew,
I'll find that list.
Andrew Jebb, who is my youngest brother and has is Andrew Lawrence Hair. If you look that up, I don't know if you know Andrew Lawrence Hair. He's got a wee shop on the Lisburn Road. We shout out to my wee bro, wee bit of thing. But his drag name,
is it Tresses in the Lisburn Road ruins? The hair shop?
It's called Andrew Lawrence Hair.
Oh,
and
fantastic! Reported for nudity, folks.
Reported for nudity, and it's behind the Lash Lounge. So it's got to be room in the back. Don't go on the Lisburn Road. The BT9ers have banned me.
It's the traffic on that road would get
fucking traffic on that road is a pain in the hood. But his drag name, if he says, if I ever do drag, my name will be Chloe Form, which I quite like.
Took me a wee split set. Chloe Form.
Chloe Form.
Chloe Form. She'll put you to sleep.
Chloe Form's sleeping, no tears.
Called Johnson's baby shampoo. No more tears.
What was it Oscar Wilde said? Champagne for my real friends and real pain for my sham friends. Which I think is a classic. He was so quick. The piffs are quick.
Fuck, I've never heard that and I like it.
Piffs are quick.
Oh, so champagne for my real friends and
real pain for my sham
friends. There you are, folks. We'll leave that for you. Listen to that during the break, motherfucker. We'll be back in just a second. Here's a word from somebody.
Did you enjoy that wee word from our sponsors?
They're great. Hi there, hello there, welcome back to the Laundry Room Podcast. My name is Ye Little Old Girl. I was trying to think of a name there and I never get my quick enough. My name is Little Girl, and welcome back.
My name's Ethel.
My name is Catherine Wheel.
Catherine. If you're from Lurgan, Catherine.
Where are you from, David? Do tell me.
My family's from Lurgan. And
but you've been on Lurgan Speed.
I am on Lurgan Speed. I think something. And we lived in a wee tiny village called Donaghcloney.
Donaghcloney.
Do you know where it is?
No.
Donaghcloney.
But I've heard of Donaghcloney.
That's a drag name.
Donaghcloney.
Donaghcloney.
And she would suck a shite clean out of you.
Where I'm from is called the Avenue Road. So you could be Ava New Road. See, all these drag names.
It's all coming together. If you're from Donaghcloney and you would love to come up and do a show, let me know.
Oh, if you're from Donaghcloney, just don't be inflicting yourself upon other people. Stay in the village.
Just stay there. So tell me this. It's usually I always ask my guests in the podcast how they get into what they're doing. So you are a stand-up comedian. You are around the circuit. Whatever. Here in Belfast, the circuit's more of a number 8. It's more like a Nazi sign.
It's more like a kind of like in Belfast. It's just like a place that's just in Belfast. No, that's not fair now. There's great clubs in Omagh and Derry and
I need to get myself into this comedy now because I was only done that show the other week and I am more.
Did you do the Pavilion?
No, not yet. No.
Pavilion.
You'd have to be there to hold my hand, love.
Oh, you'd love it. If you are done it, reach out to Luke McGibbon. The gorgeous Luke McGibbon will give you, and he's really lovely, and it's a really lovely. Although it's like every room. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you go to a comedy thing. Sometimes you'll go in and like everybody's really receptive, and then another time it's like,
why is that fella in drag? I'm like, all right, lads, what's happening? I just have a few things to say in drag because I get away with murder that way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because Keely Ray Minogue does stand up. She doesn't really do drag as in like in drag, but is like more of a stand-up comedian, but does it in drag,
like a character sort of thing, more to get away with that. But this is what Roxy's 100%. More of a character because as myself, yes, I could get up there and ramp, but you've more of a. You click into somewhere to go. I can get
very quickly.
all this shit.
See, I think I have done that. Like sometimes I feel like a plain clothes drag queen, because like
in a Golden Girls t-shirt.
In a Golden Girls
like,
t-shirt. Like,
there she is.
There she is.
There's the D.
Thank you for being a puff.
There's DDJ.
I do, but I think yes, I do. Like, because you do go in. Like once I'm on stage and I'm in that mode, like, my brain goes. And it's like you're in that, you're getting all the neurons are firing.
All firing. I am the same whenever I'm on stage. There's just actually a certain point when you're getting ready that it appears. I'm like, oh.
For me, it'll be
I disappear, and then boom, Roxy appears. And I'm like, because a whole new like thing comes over you, and you're like.
Do you find that like sometimes, like maybe I think sometimes other comedians and maybe say a few other drag queens, like if you're in the zone and you've come off stage, you can't just come off it again. So like people are thinking, fuck, he's always on, but you're like, no, I'm not. It's just that you're only seeing me in this kind of environment, so you're only seeing me like this.
You asked my friend Trudy Scrumptious, Rusty Hedges, Paletta Stiletta, what am I like all the time? I'm literally always on at 100%. I'm the same in fucking work when I'm flying on a plane. I'm still bang bang bang. It's just how I am. It's called ADHD. It's my arm.
Are you diagnosed of
Jesus,
that?
absolutely not. No. You would have to wait about 7 years in this country.
Yes, I am. I'm in the process of getting a diagnosis.
A diagnosis from the old ADHD. Diagnosis Murder by Dick Von Dyke.
Do you remember that?
I loved that.
My man loved that. And his son, what was his son called? It was his son. The cop was his son? Like was he? Like
yes, he was
Barry
called
Von Dyke or something.
Lesbian Von Dyke.
Oh, that was a lovely name.
Dick Von Dyke. The one and only Dick Von Dyke.
Dick Von Dyke.
Shout out to D Von D.
We love you.
I love you, sir. You're a great fellow, sure you are.
100%.
Did you see the video for the Happy Out Coffee Company? Dick is the manager there. Happy Out Coffee Company, East Belfast, folks. Make sure you check it out for a lovely wee coffee, a wee drink, and a wee bun. They're absolutely fucking gorgeous. But there was a lovely video where it was somebody on a stretcher, one of these videos, and then it just transitioned straight into Dick rolling across the floor going, have you tried our sausage rolls? It's fucking brilliant. It's actually on my story. I'll show you when we move to our next break.
Love Dick Van Dyke. I do. He is a ride. Let's face it. Like everybody questions their sexuality in the room with Dick Van Dyke. It's just the
I
Gina.
just see my friend. That's my mate.
Gina. Once the makeup goes on, I do think like the character of Dick is very much a dartboard, like as a dirty, sexy person.
With like peanut butter off your nipples.
Oh, why?
For a fiver?
For free. I think Dick would do it for free.
I think at the minute with the cost of living crisis, probably about $175.
I know. But do it for free if you had a peanut allergy. Do you know what I mean?
Like, get these off quick, okay?
Because it's how she wanted to go.
I had some lovely ladies on one of my flights a couple of weeks ago, and she told me getting on, I have an allergic reaction to peanuts. I was like, right, okay. But
congratulations. They asked you.
You're very lucky. But as the flight went on, I started having the crack with them and on. I was like, oh, look, where are you going? We're going to Albufeira. I was like, no, Mickey, no, don't you be going near any old nuts now when you're out there. Or be sucking any. And by fuck, they were howling the and as they were getting off, I was like, all right, peanuts, see you later.
They will go.
And then they're walking up the air bridge, and I shouted, now be careful of them nuts. And
the
Portuguese people were like,
my face.
What the fuck is this fella shouting from this aircraft door at these girls?
Why are you just shouting nuts at these old women's?
Obrigado, thank you for coming to Portugal. Obrigado. So yes, we were off on a tangent again there. How did you get into stand-up? Tell me a story.
Tell me a story. One day I was telling jokes on Oxford Street with a little cap in front of me, and someone says, you could be big. No,
you could make it in Hollywood, baby.
You could make it in Hollywood. You got talent.
We were like, do you ever seen The Simpsons when it's like when they go back to the old time? It's like little old Victorian boy, like, hey mister, can I shine your shoe?
Hey mister, I could shine your shoe for you. I could be big. Could I be a stand-up comedian?
I can make it in the store. And this little cat's like,
are you sure I can make it to Hollywood, Mr. Sir?
Honey, with that diphtheria, you're not going to make it to 11.
Baby, unless you let Jeffrey Epstein near your house, you're getting nothing.
You're getting nowhere, sorry.
You're never going to see showbiz, showtime.
I did like years and years ago, I did like I went down to Dublin because I saw this thing was in the Gaiety Theatre, and it was like a kind of course that you did.
Oh, the Gaiety? When you used to say Gaiety, I was like, a gay theatre?
The Gaiety Theatre.
The Gaiety Theatre in Dublin.
Gaiety. But I went down and did a wee course, and then did like a, what would you call it, like a wee showcase, in which there were none of the people who signed up for it had stayed. It was just me and two other people. One guy, he told 3 jokes. The other girl, she did like 2 minutes. So I did 20 minutes. I was like, of course. I just did all the material that I had performed.
Fucking right.
Like, I'll just do 20 minutes. And so I'm just a bit conscious of this. Was this too close?
Oh, no, don't worry. Chit their way there. It's fine.
But yeah, so I did that. Forgot about it until about a year later. And then,
there's a certain way you have to hold the mic. Saying this game.
There's a certain way you have to hold it in your hand to get it to sing.
You have to like shake it back and forward like you're like a shake weight.
Yes, a shake weight. That's what I was thinking of too.
You have to wank off the microphone.
Wank it off, sure.
So was it like And there's one that they're doing at the minute, the East Side Arts this year. Lady Portion stuff's involved. Where it's like,
yes.
want to be a comedian? There's a 5-week course, and at the end, be funny. But I'm like,
it was sort of like a.
can you teach being a comedian? You've either got it or you don't, baby.
I think now there are people that I have seen who have gotten better over the years and have honed. There's people who are. I think there's people who are like gift to the gab.
Yeah, it's like yourself and
like ourselves doing anything that would never fuck up. Do like honest to God, honestly. And then there's people I do think can study it and sort of they can. I do think that there's like a skill and an art to it. Yeah,
you can pick it up and it's I'm more observational as yourself.
Me
you just
too,
look at things. I'm like, look at
where's the story?
No.
Or you might not, and it might go into the back of your brain and you don't think about it for maybe months and months, and you go, oh,
it's like us whispering downstairs about people being sick, or like,
she's got chlamydia.
See her next door.
Don't be sitting on the seat after.
Are you doing like those like deaf like?
Yeah,
and you're like, but everybody knows what you're saying.
Everybody knows what you're saying. Why are you saying it? And that
it's great.
Why are you saying it like? Why are you saying it like a person who was? You know, you're saying it like a person who talks when they're born deaf.
Yes.
And you're saying, there's no need for it.
It's like you don't have to. We all know what you're saying. Like
we all know what's going on here.
We all know you're saying cancer.
We know you're saying cancer. You know you're talking about number 7, and she's you know what I mean? Because she's going about here with a bandana on her head. Do you know what I mean? Like you know she's not well. Leave her alone.
She might be a rocker or a chef.
No, she's got cancer.
There's no other options here, folks. David, just to say, he's Dr. David
in Northern Ireland.
He's sick.
Listen, we don't live in Sanford, Falklands. Let's go where people are going around like happy. If it's Belfast, like do you know.
I know it is Belfast. You know, you're either like
we Bella fished it.
Tramp. So anyway, you done an old course,
and then forgot about it for about a year. Didn't want to do it again, and then didn't.
After you was like, right,
that was a real show. That was good crack. And then I was like, oh, actually, quite enjoyed that. And then like right, did a wee days sort of like thing. It was like with this Back Hill. She's a comedian, and I think she's from New Zealand.
Okay.
And she just presented and stuff now, like
bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces.
I love that. What do you do? Bits and pieces.
Actually, you know yourself. I try to teach people from not from Northern Ireland that we say actually know yourself, because it's the answer to everything.
It's the answer to everything. And to end the conversation, my one is sure. Well, this is it.
Okay, well,
and you walk off.
Or we had this with these people coming in to the cafe whenever I still worked in the cafe. Sure,
you love that job.
I do like, but I left it, and I am now
slowly returning.
No, I work as a support worker, which I love, which I actually really, really love.
We'll come back to
the same way, kind of, it's the same energy as being on stage, but you've got like one audience member for like a certain period of time, and I really love it.
Giving them the support they need.
100%, I love it.
Are so supportive. You're like a support bra.
Keeping the mood up. But I can't remember how to say bra in Spanish.
Una braderia. I don't know.
Una
tit holder.
Sujetador. It's like a holder, like a sujetador, supporter. But this couple used to come into the cafe. It was these two, and I wasn't quite sure of the dynamic. And so they would come in anyway. And then one day she came in on her own, and I says to her, "Well," I says, "so where's himself today?" And she goes, "Oh, he's at a wedding." And I says, "And did he not invite you?" And he goes, "No, I was invited, but unfortunately, 3 weeks ago, my cat was diagnosed with diabetes, so I could not attend." And she said it exactly like that.
Like that, right?
Right. Oh, okay. That's quite terrible. And I was just like, so I just said, you know, I think it's another very Northern Irish answer. I was like, okay, here, it's not easy. Sure, it's not.
I love that. I was like, well, sure, it's not easy.
It's not easy. Sure, it's not here.
It's all those little, like, I call them like a full stop thing. Especially on the aircraft, for me to get away, you're chatting away with people, and then you're like, I need to move on. I'm not going to stand here. And you go, well, this is it. You never know the day, or sure, you know yourself. And then away you go. Well, sure.
Here.
Sure, I do like sure, and I like do that with my hand, like, and I'll flick of the hand.
The way the
hand goes.
The Godfather hand, with the Pope hand, kiss the ring,
kiss the Pontiff's ring,
kiss the Pontiff's
hairless hoe.
Apparently, you're not allowed to do no more ring kissing in the Vatican. Do you remember he says no more? The Pontiff was like, don't bring no more. It's
actually moved over to the DUP now. They just kiss all the rings, children and all.
Oh, here. Well, I was going to say, but remember years ago there was the fella who was like, you know, DUP party of no puffs, I'll save Ulster from sodomy.
Oh, Ian Paisley.
And then, but you remember, but you remember, like, it was it the 2000s, 2010s? I can't remember what his name was, but he then was found. This one, it wasn't in Paisley, but it was one of the a DUP councillor / MLA was in was caught in the Europa hotel with like a male Brazilian masseur, like male. Do you mean what muscle was he fucking
like,
trying to relax?
How
from?
did you get him here?
How did you get him here?
It's always the ones that shout the loudest, as I say, that are
100%.
the ones that have the most to hide. Like Jeffrey Donaldson, terrible, terrible. You're touching your own fucking daughter.
What's
and
going on?
other
Allegedly.
people. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And the wife's in on it too, allegedly.
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 I'm just making sure. I'm trying to keep you right, Roxy. In case,
I don't think
you know,
any of these bastards will listen to this.
Where did I tell you? They've got a Google alert on any of their names, and they're very litigious motherfuckers. They
Suck
suck
my
it.
flops, allegedly, as well.
So they will do that for free.
Well, I know. If it was 13, they'd rap my door.
Rock your world.
Fucking
But
absolutely mental.
But like, if you wind back to like the whole Ash Robinson thing,
I know.
a 60-year-old woman getting a bit of fresh 19-year-old, not bad-looking meat on her plate.
Not at all.
I would have been go girl. I would have been. You know, I would have been celebrating her.
You know the way now,
But
it's
because
all...
she's an old bastard, I was like, no,
Fucker.
fuck you, you batch.
like,
Yeah, you
Oh,
batch.
Absolutely. I think gays are terrible. Absolutely. Like, well, fuck you. Look at your comeuppance here.
They're in a bat.
And she did.
I did. It was come up right up her.
It was comeuppance.
It was come up and in the back of that.
Thank
Was it a
fuck
Ford? Was it a Ford angle? Was it a Ford? Was it a Ford? Something like
It was
he
a-
lost his virginity to
a
her
John
in a
Deere
car
tractor in the back. in the old silo.
over a big Caterpillar wheel.
Now fuck her. She's a cunt too.
Is she still alive? Is she still with us?
Don't really care.
I was wondering if anybody knows the whereabouts of Ash Robinson.
If anybody knows where she is or what high school she's sitting outside looking for a young poom poom,
Way up in
let us
Tallaght, she's an
know.
old bastard. Just say,
Just walk up there,
just in case you forgot.
wrap it and call her a fucking rat.
Just you fucking bitch.
A couple of weeks ago, also on one of the flights, I had Ian Paisley Jr., another one of the cunts, and another one. They're all
Did you
sitting
fly to
together.
Sri Lanka? I didn't know that. I didn't know EasyJet flew to Sri Lanka.
Cambodia.
Cambodia.
Fuck. Well, I'll have
Why's
to
why's he been learning Thai all this time on Duolingo? You know, you know rightly.
So basically, you done a, we were. There's another fucking thing. I'm like, what happened? You done anything. Then you get back into comedy. So you said, you know what, give it a go.
And then just started then
doing bits.
and then people were inviting me to stuff. I was asking for wee bits and pieces, and then it just kind of built up, and
Here you are.
here I am.
Fucking right. Because I remember meeting you last year at the Working with Pride event. At,
Yes.
Was it the Duke of York or one of those?
It was
bars?
the Dark Horse.
The Dark Horse. That's right. Well, they all are the same place to me
They
on that
are.
street.
They really
'cause
are,
it's
though.
like the Duke of Horse or whatever it
Because
is.
they all work. They all work in the same. Like they all work
in the
amongst
same
them.
thing, and then there we are a year later, only a couple of doors up at the back box. I'm like, oh, it's all
no.
coming up Millhouse.
Going up.
It's all coming
We're
up
going to be
Millhouse.
moving slowly but surely towards the Grand Opera House, Roxy. We're going to be there. We're going to be there.
Jesus, one of these days.
It takes 20 years to be an overnight success in this town.
Fuck Jesus. No, in this town you get nothing. You get looked at and go faggot. I'm like, okay, thanks.
But I think that's why I think it's nearly kind of a class thing to be like an LGBTQ queer. But I know the word queer kind of splits the team. I know
I hate
people don't.
that word.
You don't like it.
No.
I love it, and I'll tell you why I love it. I understand why you hate it, and I respect that you hate it. I respect what you're saying, but I love it because people have been shouting queer at me since I was 5 or 6. The fucking homosexuality has been fucking branded on me since I fell out of the family. I was like, I'm not going back.
There was a rainbow on her
There
which
we
came
go.
out.
And so I quite like using the word queer because, number one, it makes people who would call you a queer uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? It's that way where like they would be like, and you're like, the only reason that makes you uncomfortable is because you have probably called somebody queer in a pejorative sense at some point in your life.
Like, see, I'm out of queers. Or
I don't mind queers, but I don't like it on TV.
when they're kissing all, not that you're sin, that.
But I do. I know. I watched that sin. I watched that It's a Sin, the whole 6 episodes, and I tell you what, it was awful. I watched it again to make sure I hated it.
I watched it again with my pants down.
I went with my pants down and my
Tell
wallet
you
in my
what.
hand, and I tell you what,
And them boys were touching them.
that's how easy it is.
That's how it goes. That's
Brokeback Mountain ruined westerns for me because it was great until they started bumming in the tent. That was awful.
And I had to watch it again to make sure the tent was all right and
had to
stuck
watch
down
the
all
way.
right.
Had to watch the way that he spat down his hole and said, "Do you remember that bit in this? I remember. Did you see that scene in the movie?
I had to time how long it took for the dribble to go from the bottom of the spine to the gooch.
How much of the old saliva is needed to create a good lubricant?
I do believe the amount would be about 50 ml to begin with, and then from that onwards, about as your mouth gets drier, you get about less
have have to probably use an equation with pi to the radius of the actual aperture of the hole.
Well,
would probably need.
I'm quite a big fella myself, so I tell you what, I'll just smash a pie into his arse and buck him. I'll be all right.
I could and have fit 3 cucumbers right up my sphincter.
3,
not lengthways, altogether.
I can put a typewriter up my arse
and write the works of Shakespeare
and print them out, looking good.
Print them out my hole.
And the paper will look like it's an old parchment from years ago, but it's just brownish.
It's just brown. It's not sepia, it's shade.
Seepage, not sepia.
A little bit of seepage.
Just a little bit of seepage.
Just a little bit of seepage.
That's from
Teddy Bang Bang.
Teddy Bang Bang, that's right. Oh my god, the little things.
The little things
people
don't
remember that you don't. And if anybody doesn't know what that is, well,
fuck
you fucking go.
Where have you been?
So yes, you are a comedian. You've been all around. Where's been your best gig? Where's been your that's the top of the game.
I have to say I loved that gig in the Black Box of the week.
That can't be your best.
I would say it's definitely up there with my top 5 of where the energy was flowing. The energy was really good. It was so good.
You got them going for me. Like, you were able to spot the fella that didn't have the mum or dad that grew up as an orphan.
Trauma sufferers will spot other trauma sufferers. Like, well, are a little bit, but you can smell the sertraline off people's breath.
I'm on the 200 of it all.
They've swapped me onto the venlafaxine. That's why you can hear my eyeballs moving over here, because it dries you the fuck out.
Oh really? You see, now thank God I don't mind talking about anything, because this is my life's open fucking book.
You've seen my comedy, and a lot of my comedy is about being another, and I'm allowed to use that word because I have a prescription.
You see, I'm on 10 tablets a day. I'm epileptic.
Were you epileptic? I just did a wee bit of epilepsy. I did a wee bit of epilepsy. I didn't learn how to say it, but I learned about it. Eptipepsy.
It's like a Nicki Minaj word.
So you were diagnosed with epilepsy. What age were you when that was diagnosed?
Well, do you want to hear a good fucking laugh? Here you go. Settle down, folks. Get your blankets ready. Here's the story.
Settle down, folks. Get your buckle.
Just after COVID had finished, I returned to work flying, and we were coming back from Portugal. We had 3 passengers on board, because not many people are wanting to travel the world with a disease flying around you. So that was grand. We done the flight.
They didn't mind it when it was AIDS in the 80s. Fuck you, straight people.
Yeah, there you are.
It was quite nice watching straight people fucking die of a virus that nobody gave a shit about.
Like,
there.
Get your
masks
nice.
on.
I'm eating a bacon baguette. I don't need a mask.
I don't need a mask. I'm not gonna be.
So we were on our way back. We landed, and I turned to my colleague at the back and went, "Oh fuck, we will be in the car in 10 minutes." Ew. And I looked forward, she said, and I just started fitting.
Did you?
Shaking like a dog, dick in the wind.
So would we call that a tonic-clonic seizure?
Mm-hmm. Full tonic-clonic in the seat, strapped in. Thank God I was strapped in. As the aircraft flying down the runway, slowing down, and I'm quite glad.
I am not laughing at this. I'm just laughing. It's the situation. I'm sure your colleagues were going, "Hope he's all right," but for fuck's sake, could you have done it at a better time? Do you know?
See, the girl beside me thought I was joking, because I am an old rake. I love an old rake. I am a 35-year-old man getting on like a fucking 12-year-old boy going, what do you say?
Fart.
Fucking throwing like a polament down the plane in the dark of the night. You know, when the cabin's in darkness, fuck that polament, and say, like, where'd that come from?
Is that going to wake anybody up?
Literally, like, fucking throwing a bag of peanuts down somebody when they're not well. Like, it's not a gag.
With the peanut allergy.
Oh, there has been a few people across different airlines that have done that. You know, like, I want to be the hero.
Will not be named.
So they'll be like, throw a peanut into their mouth and they go, I've saved her life. I've heard of those things before in the past.
It's in the paper.
But as I say, slowing down on the runway, and of course here she is, had a fucking tonic-clonic seizure. I think it was for about 25 minutes it lasted.
And you had never had that before?
Not a thing. No idea. Not a fucking
First aid training will tell you that if a person is having a seizure for any longer than 5 minutes, to phone the ambulance.
Absolutely. So the ambulance was contacted, but at the airport, it's fabricated, or they are first aid trained, or the first on the scene, and then the ambulance came behind. But what I think was the funniest part was there was a flight behind us. It had to go up and around because we were on the runway, and I was like, I caused drama.
Am I the drama?
Am I the drama? But we were the next thing I came back round, and I was like, I get up. I actually get up out of my seat to try and, I need to go and get something to the break. Sit down. The passengers are gone.
Please remain seated until the plane has come to a full stop, everybody.
Please remain seated until your seizure comes to a complete stop and you've stopped foaming at the gash. that's how it worked. So I was kind of like,
That's how it
right,
worked.
fuck. So yeah, off I went in the back of the ambulance, down to the
gash.
hospital. When you're foaming at the gash, I was.
We better cast and combi for that.
Per flight before us were delayed for 25 minutes. We're like, we are raging, we're delayed. I was like, sorry that the previous crew member just had a fit.
And you're fucking choked on his tongue, you selfish bastard. Leave him alone.
Ah, God, the things I find people nowadays generally not even just
Don't give a shit.
just don't care. Like somebody would walk over you if they could, or they'd smash the car into the back of you because you're not going quick enough.
But have you had any seizures since then?
Well, so I was off work for 3 years because I had one, then I had two in my sleep. You don't know you've done it until
That's
you
what
wake
I was
up
gonna ask.
and you feel like you've been beat up. All your muscles, because they've been so tensed and
It's
so
like
like
the tonic is tonic is restricting and clonic as it relaxes.
yeah, so it's just I was just literally, you know, when you're like something's grabbing you, like the claw,
Oh, the claw.
like the claw of death.
The claw of death.
So that's been in my sleep. There was one morning I woke up on the floor and I was like, how the fuck did I get here? Am I drunk? No, I wasn't out last night. Right? Shit, I've had a seizure. That's how I could
How
take
did you
this.
feel in that moment?
Oh fuck, another one. So it was trial and error between the doctor and stuff, to get the tablets right.
And were they good? Like, were the doctors good? As soon as you were like, this is what's happening to me, were they on it? Or was it like, we're going to refer you for 16 years?
No, they were straight on it. They literally increased the tablets straight away, and then I keep getting letters every couple of months to go and see consultants to be like, hello sir, how are you?
Have you fallen and made the dick of yourself in the street yet?
I remember there's one. God forgive me for saying this, but there was a time I went to the one on Larne, and he was like, "Do you drive?" I was like, "No, definitely not." I'd already driven down. I was like, "No, don't drive." Went down into the car park, was on my phone, texting, and then drove off, and then he walks, and we just made eye contact as I drove past. Like,
Do you think that's it? what movie is that? And you see the two people looking at each other as
Like,
they drive
just
past
looking at
in
each
slow mo.
all right, like just be like, all right.
These are not the droids you are looking for. And just go past them, just a
away I
Jedi
went.
mind trick.
And
This is not the epileptic faggot you are looking
No,
for.
definitely not. I'm like, this is a wig and sunglasses. I don't know who you're looking for, but it's not me.
You got dressed up as Roxy straight into the car so that you could get home.
just to leave, like, it's a surprise. I'm not the patient you had before. But otherwise, since then, touch wood, I have been seizure free.
Fabulous.
Seizure free and dick free for quite a while.
Oh, for flip's sake.
365 days. Well, actually, no, tell you what, it's been a year and a half since I've last had penis.
Penis.
Love, a touch, the kiss of a man. Please, we're just,
Because now they know you could take a seizure at any point and bite his dick off.
here,
That's
not
just
even that. Imagine being on top and I give the fucking seed. Blah, 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 blah.
That would be
Great.
depending on what's going on
It's
at
like
the
your own
time. It could
vibrator.
be, that'd be good. Do you know what I mean?
Just
Just grab a
ring an
hold of
ambulance
it.
before you need to
Do you mean
finish up and then get the ambulance.
As soon as I'm finished here, I'm phoning an ambulance.
But I find dating strange as a drag queen. I think everybody thinks I'm just going to still be
Yes.
dressed up. You sure walked into my gaff the night and you're like, what's your name in a drag?
Oh, I see. Because I knew you wouldn't be in drag because I was like, this is like an audio thing, and I was like, oh, who would do that? If I actually would have been concerned if I'd come in and you were in full zhuzh, but I thought to myself, what the fuck's going on here?
I don't want anybody to know who I am.
Oh, I know who I am.
Don't look at me.
Shut the door. Don't let anybody in.
Don't look at me. It's my shame.
Don't take pictures of me. Don't take pictures that love me.
Don't. I am a Russian spy.
I am a Russian, Natasha Kaskmatliova. So how do yes? So are you on any of the old?
I'm on the medication.
Are you on the? I was going to say on the old grinders and ten. I didn't
Oh,
realize.
sorry. I thought we were talking about epilepsy. Yes, I'm on the old medication for that, and we're all controlled. And everything's
Medication
good.
for
There's been
being-
no seizures.
I'm on the medication for being gay.
Yes. I'm on
Boromine.
Dexalex.
Dixnay.
Dex.
Ixnay on the Dixnay.
Ixnay on the day. I love that old pig Latin. It's called like
Ixnay on the
Ixnay.
Ixday.
Or like Ushnay, Bing Day, Unday. I've never. I don't think anybody in Northern Ireland ever did that.
We
shit.
had
It's
like
mostly
a,
Americans.
we had like a G language. You know, there's girls at school and they would have a and then they would like
Oh, I never had that.
it's
in
like
my
a G
school.
language or an egg language, and you would put like egg into like every other syllable.
Yeah, I think that's they. They were
just-
the special class.
I went to school in Banbridge, so that could have been very much
Oh,
that.
there you are then. Fuck's sake, under the cut.
Under the
Go under that cut or go over the cut. It was up here. It was your choice. Do what you want.
Go what you want. But so yes, I was going to say you're saying about dating as a drag queen.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll get into that in a moment. We're going to take a very short break to hear a word from our next sponsor, Tinder.
Tinder.
It is Spanish Tinder.
Tinder en España.
Tinder.
¿Estás solito?
Sexy bastard. We will be back in just a second. We'll take a short break. We'll see you all in a wee minute. Bye bye. Hello. Welcome back to the third and last section of today's podcast, the Laundry Room Podcast, where you get your knickers washed for a $5 and you come back and they're shrunk. Today,
We used to call in our house, in between, we used to call it end apart.
End apart.
So it was like the commercials. So it was like, end of part one.
Oh, end apart one, end
So we
apart
would
two.
call it end apart.
End apart.
So we go, quick, make us a cup of tea while it's end apart.
It actually sounds like an old Catholic fella name. Like there's our End Apart coming.
That's a drag king name, isn't it? That's a drag
Please
king.
welcome End Apart. And they always do the last section of the show.
Those are the always do that, and they've got like a big bulge because you see their part.
Look at that. There, it's all come together.
End Apart.
Where Celine Dion says it's all getting frozen up now.
It's all getting. Oh, God love her.
God forgive
Have you watched it?
No.
Neither have I. Don't know if I can.
It's because everybody's watching it. I don't think I want to fall into that like a sheep.
I put this into the universe all the time. That I love
Universal Credit.
I love Universal Credit. I love the Pips. I love
Pips of an orange.
Pips of an up. Oh, of
Spit
course.
them
No, give me. If you don't want your Pips, give them to me.
Or you remember years ago when you're on a payphone, my Pips are going. I have to go.
I know.
You're like,
on the Pips, please put another 20p in.
Nope.
But
Sorry, I was meant to say, folks, welcome back to the podcast where I'm joined by David Doherty Jebb.
Hello, everyone.
Mr. David Doherty Jebb, the
Tell
us this. Where will we be able to find you in the next little while? Are you performing anywhere that any of my listeners, all 6 of them, could come and see? I'm only joking. We've actually quite a few listeners. I love you all.
You do have a good listening.
It's fucking amazing. Most of our listeners are on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify. I do put it on YouTube, but I don't think much people do the YouTube.
I think the Your Charbs is because Your Charb is visual.
Yeah, mine's on YouTube. This is just an audio that you can just play in the background.
I'm going to be honest with you. This is great because I have got a very how would we put it? Like I've got a very my face. I make like a lot of facial expressions.
Fuck! Look at this shit.
Do you know so? And I find I'm like, don't listen to what I'm saying. Look at what I'm doing with my face. If you want to know how I feel, look at my face.
I'm facial expressions too, so you know. but I'm using my voice for most of
I've actually got a massive wrinkle under one eye, just under one eye, of making this one face where I do this thing where I go.
Is that right?
Like is that right?
I have a line on my forehead from sleeping on my front. It's like there, but that's my Botox, and that's
it's kept it in
my Botox.
My Botox.
So we'll come into that shortly. Don't worry. We are coming to that
But,
shortly. So yes, anywhere coming up shortly. Are you on? Tell us what's happening. Are you on any podcast? Yourself and Miss BD have a podcast. Is that right?
So I am a regular contributor to the Word Up podcast with the gorgeous Brona Diamond.
Word up! I know. Shout out to Brona Diamond. She will be on this podcast very soon.
She will be.
I just have to catch her. Mm-hmm. Like she's like a fish in the water.
She's a very busy lady, and she's always got irons and lots of fires,
fingers and pies, fannies and lots of faces, cock and lots of arses,
toes and lots of MPs. But she
oh, that's a cracker! Toes and lots of MPs.
They're always cut. Do you remember they're always caught for toe sucking?
There's always something, isn't it?
Which is always like on the level of gross things. It's not really very gross. There's people love getting shit on, but people always turn their nose. Oh, he loves sucking his toes.
What?
Chill out.
A manicured foot? It's like a hand.
No.
It's terrible. But then there's a fella next door. He likes being pissed on. Oh, sure, you know yourself. It's alright.
Like, it's not easy.
Sure, I pissed on the floor many times. It's alright.
I may as well get paid for it.
But MPs. So yes, you are.
I will be
the Word Up podcast. You're on with Miss Bruna Diamond.
Yes, Diamond. And then by the time this goes out tomorrow, if you still have time to get up to Anna Skill and I will be hosting for Mana Pride, which is tomorrow.
That's kicking off on the 28th. So that is the 28th of June, which will be, if you are listening to this on the 28th of June, congratulations. If you're not, you fucking missed it.
Fucking, where have you been? Where have you been, you bloody bitch?
Where you fucking been? You missed Fermanagh Pride.
It's Fermanagh Pride.
I do love country prides when it's a couple of trailers on the street.
I do love it because it's like Belfast Pride's great and all that there. It's wonderful. It's smashing. But I love going to these wee places where it's like you can see that there's people and they're genuinely not meeting up with many people from the community from month to month. And they're not fake. 100%. I love it.
Well, I would love to be booked for these prides. Nobody ever seems to get a bit cheer. I'm like, hiya.
That's far too emotional for this kind of situation.
David, take me with you. Me and you'll do now.
Come on down.
I'll double act.
Bruno Diamond will also be there. I think Bruno Diamond.
Bruno Diamante.
And then I am one of the resident hosts at the Cabaret Supper Club on Upper Arthur Street.
Cabaret Super Club.
Ooh,
fantastic.
So
yes.
I do that.
We all know it very well.
Every weekend. And then on the...
So you're every weekend?
Every weekend,
which night? Saturday?
Saturday. Sometimes on a Friday. Depends on the needs of the customer.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Saturday nights, Cabaret Supper Club.
Saturday night or Saturday matinee, I job share with the very handsome, very sexy Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, well then there you go. That's why you've got hard-ons in that little tiny dressing room for that.
I'm sorry, everybody. You just have to look at Dick Van Dyke. Seriously. Seriously, if you don't, there must be something wrong with you.
Well, there you go. There's a Saturday plans for you folks. You go to the
Saturday
matinee afternoon with DDJ or the DVD.
DVD, exactly.
Dick Van Dyke or the DDJ. And then, of course, you come right round and see me in Union Street at 8 o'clock straight after.
Absolutely. If you're during the matinee, yes, you can come around, get your dinner, see the cabaret, go straight.
And there's another drag name,
Matinee. My friend, the beautiful Lorraine Connor. She's not famous. She's a social worker. Lorraine Kelly. Oh, look at you. You look shite.
You've not done your own show in 6 months.
What's going on?
Did you see that? There's a Twitter group called Lorraine Doesn't Do Her Own Show. And when she's off, people write on.
Where's Wally? Where's fucking Lorraine?
Where the fuck is Lorraine Kelly?
She's getting eaten out by a Brazilian pool boy somewhere in Los Angeles. Great. Oh, that's great. But
fuck, I love that.
And yes, on the 17th of July, Wednesday 17th of July, I will be sharing an hour with the very lovely, very gorgeous Luke McGibbon, who is the promoter of the Pavilion, Monday Night Comedy at the Pavilion. And he and I will be doing, and I think the name that we have settled on is Man vs. Bear, a hardly political broadcast.
Fabulous.
So you can get those on the website.
That is the 17th of July.
17th of July, so Wednesday night. It'll get you out to the house.
It is, absolutely.
But yes,
yes,
so there's a things going on if you're wanting to come.
And is that the Pavilion?
That is going to be at the Accidental Theatre.
Is that, where is
at Shaftesbury Square.
Oh, wow. Why might I come up to that now? Because I'd like to see it in there, because it's a small
nice
venue,
It's a small venue, but it's a nice wee venue.
Yeah, I like the fact it's like a wee quaint number. You know, like,
it is.
I think where if anybody wants to come and see Roxy Tumbledore uncensored and like just pure raw, like where I say what is exactly on my mind and not filtered,
I think,
let me know and I will put on an event at the Accidental Theatre for small
donation,
small theatre performance where I say bad words,
dirty words,
words that people would be really offended by,
bad talk.
But that's fantastic. Where you can catch me every week, Union Street Bar, Saturday night, 8 o'clock, showtime. What I would love to see, guys, I tell you what, times are shit, times are hard. Nobody can come out, fair enough.
No.
I understand everything's shit, but I would really love to see some familiar faces. I love a Saturday in Union Street, but it is always our straight counterparts are there.
We do. We appreciate our straight allies. We love you. We appreciate
my straight
you.
girls. Oh my god.
They're
my favourite. But come on, gays. Come and see your gays.
Come on. Do what it is.
Come and support your drag queens.
Do what I think it is. Grinder, squirt. What do you call all these different ones?
Squirt, I think it's meant by the lay side. Sitting by the lay by now, with a Bergen tire. Scruff, that's another one of those ones. Yes, that's like a burr man.
Like a burr one. So there's all these different ones now, and I think they have ruined the gay night out, because you used to have to go out in search of dick
in order then to take somebody home.
Whereas now you can just order it home like a Juster Eats.
I love it. Order a bit of dick. Like,
order dick.
Can I get a wee bit of dick with Peking sauce?
Did anybody say just cock?
And then there's a lovely wee Asian fella appears over like, hey, hello.
Straight away on you go.
I love Asian men.
I have to
say, real twang for them. I do.
I have to say, I do.
I love gingers as well.
Love a ginger.
Mad for ginger.
We were talking about Pangina Hills before. Out of drag, Pangina Hills is hot.
Oh yes, I want to go to Thailand. I also want to go to China. It's like just to find myself a husband.
Just to find myself a crazy rich Asian.
I swear to God, I do. I love Asian men and I love gingers and just anything with a pulse at the minute now. After a good year and a half of no contact.
But you know, there's like in Legally Blonde, the musical, isn't there like a song that's like, is he gay or European? And I think now, it's like if you see an Asian guy who's like really like funkily dressed, it's like, is he gay or just rich?
Oh, is he? Yeah, it's like you're so well dressed. Or it's nowadays, sometimes you just look at these people's outfits and go, are you gay?
Because it used to be so much easier.
It was so much easier years ago. You go, gay. But see now, straight men
is he wearing a white tank top with bleached blonde hair?
Even straight men are like, oh, is that? And then you're like, I'm straight. It's like,
but straight men now are also a wee bit less, especially people your age, are a wee bit more inclined to like just to see what happens.
What age are you?
43.
Oh, 43, are you?
I'm on day.
Jesus Christ, who's your doctor, sir?
That's just
look about 15.
Mother Nature.
Now,
from my mom, I got good skin and low self-esteem, and from my daddy, I got my height and abandonment issues.
Abandonment issues.
My daddy went out for some beer and never came home.
He went out for cigarettes.
Remember. Uncle Hank.
I tell you what, know who my biggest crush is?
Who?
Oh my God, Aaron Butler, the comedian.
Is it?
Yes.
Sorry, Aaron, if you're listening to this tonight and you're underwhelmed with my response.
Oh no, I tortured him for ages going, love me.
Love me.
No, not really. I was just like, come on, big egg. You love
be gay.
Just try it.
He gives a wee puffy kind of like thing. Although the reason I know he's not gay is because he didn't know that Barbie was made by Mattel. He thought that Barbie was made by Hasbro. And so I had to the opposite of a gay bash. It was like where a gay person bashes a straight person. I had to beat him up and put him in a skip.
Beats with a limp wrist. How dare you not know? Where did the fuck did that conversation come from?
It was some kind of bit that he had. And he was talking about, people talking about, gender non-specific toys. And he goes, none of these toys have gender. And Hasbro makes them. And as soon as I was on after him, and I was like, first of all, it's you fucking gay baiting motherfucker.
Gay baiters. And then tell us, break our hearts.
You faux homo, you homosexual. You fucking.
Oh no, I love it. Very funny though, I must say. Give it up to Aaron Butler. I'd love to see his Butler.
Would you?
Not as ours. I mean, the fella that serves dinner in his home.
He sounds quite middle. He's a wee bit middle classy, isn't he?
Lovely fella, though. Must say, give it up for the butt. Give it up for the butt.
For the butt.
Tell us before we go, Mr. DDJ.
Yes.
We are going to play a little game which I like to call the Accent Challenge.
Accent Challenge.
Yes, where we are both going to. We have a list of accents here in front, and we can just randomly choose. So I will give you one, and then you can give me a random one back, and we can see who has accents.
Dis-moi l'accent que tu veux.
Disclaimer, this is not racist. This is just a little bit of a homage. A little bit of look what we can actually do with our voices. I could be a voiceover artist.
This is a small reel that we were putting this together for voiceover companies.
I'm putting this together for hold on, and also before we do that, I'll just fill up this glass with the organic Prosecco. There was only one left. It's organic.
Is it Prosecco or is it just your normal sparkling?
Prosecco. Sorry, none for you.
That's okay. I've been nursing that wee one. They're nursing.
He's a nurse drinker, whereas I'm like, neck of the bastard. It says organic. I'm like, what's organic about Prosecco? Like,
what's not organic?
Like, finger the bottle before you have it.
Like, what's not organic about Prosecco normally?
They trail the grapes off their vine rather than like individually separating them. Like,
they take them away from their mothers when they're young, and
they take the grapes and scream at them. You better be good. You better be. You better be extra dry. You better be strong. You better be strong.
You better be fizzy. You better be Prosecco.
Alright, so DDJ. I'm stuck with that now.
It is a thing.
I love it.
DDJ.
So my first accent for you is going to be posh English.
Posh English. I find posh English people don't really raise the voices very much. It's very they don't like drawing attention to themselves. They do put an R in strange places where they pronounce the name Pamela Randerson, and they put an R in the middle where there's no R, but they can't pronounce the word car. What a fucking
Pamela
Anderson.
I can't even do Pamela Anderson.
Pamela Anderson.
More posh English voice would be quite like this as well. No, actually, that's going more South London.
South London.
Hold on, no, I'll find a moment now. Hello.
You're very Joanna Lumley.
Hello, darling. I'm Joanna Lumley.
I do
find that
I've been helping Gurkhas up the mountains for the past 6 months.
Gurkha. I have to say like a Gurkha. I went to Egypt to see the pyramids, and I found Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun.
I found the pyramid of his wife, Rubber Titty.
Rubber Titty.
Just like I totally stole that from Carry On Screaming. I said Carry On Screaming.
I am sorry, I wouldn't even imagine. I'm sorry. Nobody heard where that came from, and from now on, please welcome
Rubber Titty.
Rubber Titty and Tutankhamun.
Tutankhamun.
They also called him Tutankhamun sometimes when he was in a horny mood.
Tutankhamun with taxis running. We're good.
My next accent for your challenge is Scottish.
Well, I lived in Stirling for about 5 years, and I worked in Glasgow and Gap. So the Scottish accent is no bad for me whenever I'm talking about it. I love the quick wit of a Glaswegian. I went into a chip shop once, and the lights were very bright, and I said to the woman, they're very bright, and she went, aye son, I've got that SADS, now what the fuck do you want? And she was just very quick. She had that like a seasonal affective disorder.
Oh, is this real to you?
This actually happened.
They're all in fuck off,
what you wanting?
No, I love the Scottish accent. It's one of my absolute favourites, and I love to actually do it as an accent just to talk sometimes.
I love it.
Sometimes I go to Edinburgh, which is quite high up up and through the nostrils because
Edinburgh
I've got
is-
money and I like to do the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
I find that Edinburgh is more like you're kind of
Sometimes high up or sometimes quite low, like yourself.
that sort of like kind of, what would you say, like east is more like that, and
East
I
is
find
east.
that sort of, whereas Glasgow and the east is more like
Glasgow,
that, and you imagine you're
lot
whining a
nasal.
lot more.
I tell you fucking what, mate, I'll buck you with a beans.
I'll
I'll buck
fucking-
you with beans.
What
if you're
you
not-
wanting?
You dirty bastard.
What you want, you dirty fucking jakey bastard?
My next one for you is French. A Frenchman speaking in English.
Frenchman speaking in English. I find that sometimes it depends on have they learned their English maybe in America, or have they
You're
learned
giving
it
me Poland. You're giving me some other.
Poland is, I find Polish accent is more like
Can be
kind
like
of more like this, like
Yeah.
more like very. I'm from Poland and I don't really care what's
The-
going on.
the
I'm very
Fr-
chill.
The French accent is quite like this. I talked to you about ladies and gentlemen, very welcome to Paris. Show de
I find it
Gaulle.
lots of this and
Yesterday, sorry, on Tuesday.
Yesterday on the
Yesterday.
I went today is yesterday was Wednesday and I went to the market and
Notre Dame.
I went to the Saint George market to buy myself some cupcake.
They don't put an A. It's cupcake. I buy my lots of cupcake.
Or they make things plural that don't need to be plural. So look at I am very fat, very fat. I eat too much chocolates, the fucking chocolates that have made me sick. And
So
you're like,
much. So
I have to do the to get into French accent. I have to do the face.
like I just literally put myself on a charter golf flight that I do quite often. So I'd be like, bonjour, bonjour. It's the,
How do you
it's
say
this-
that? How do you say, what's the whole spiel in the French? Bonjour.
I don't really know, but your brain picks up certain things, audio. But so we play the French demonstrations like, bienvenue à bord, je veux EasyJet bloed. Blanc sur le clédon, je vision, et les pussy remportent le téléphone. But Dutch is a great one because it's like, dames en heren, welkom aan boord, dan moet EasyJet vlucht. Plaats u in de klamp, gagen altijd te
You
sturen
are
met de
so good at that.
Die vluchten aan de Chine fanny vloegen, die voor poep te rennen, en die akte bleken gaan.
That is so good.
Tom de ukt, aantal vluchten de touw zien, in de ganen binnen, en de gach.
It is that Dutch is all about the ha.
In die gakte menen, in de oerstgebanen, met de alle te volgen.
Because Vincent van Gogh is really Vincent van Gogh.
Vind je gach. Anne Frank's really. Don't say a word.
Stop it! I can hear Nazis outside.
Be quiet.
Is she Anne Frank? She knew like their does. They would have lived. They would have survived.
See, in that race space, all that family would have been, see her over there, she's got cancer. But there's not long left, so don't tell her.
Don't tell them because everybody got used to that place. They all got used to whispering and she could hear them as loud as day.
I was like, you're whispering so fucking loud. Like, seriously, I can hear every bastard word.
How do you know she's got cancer? We've been in this attic for a year and a half.
There hasn't even been a doctor or a mammogram. Why are you getting on?
Why are you getting on again?
Just because you wrote it in your fucking diary doesn't mean it's real.
Doesn't mean it's. We're going to find out that it was all a lie. God forgive us.
I know this is terrible. Go for it. Anyway, moving on.
Moving
Your
on.
next accent challenge. Actually, one to the one we will do. I was going to say to German.
To Germans, I remember there was a guy that we used to share a flat with in university with, and he
What
was,
country? What area of Germany did you go to university?
because university. I went to university in Stirling in Scotland.
Stirling.
In Shortland.
Scotland.
Scotland.
I went in Frankfurt.
Did you? Frankfurt.
Frankfurt.
And he would go, hey guys, stop eating my food from the fridge, please. And you'd be like, nobody's eating your stinky sauerkraut. Like, nobody wants that
You
shit.
fucking trump.
You've come with your trump. What
You
are you
fucking
slabbering?
trump.
You're slabbering about your trump. But he was very. But I have to say, and I have had do people talk about Germans? Germans have always been lovely to me.
Oh my god, they would always keep the first sunbed and all for
Don't
you.
always keep
Jeez.
he wasn't annoying because he was German. He was annoying because he was a prick.
Doesn't matter where you're from. If
Just,
you're a prick, you're a
if you're a
prick.
prick, you're a
That's
prick.
fucking it. That's how it works.
Mine.
My last accent for this one for me, whenever I try to do it, Welsh turns Indian very fast.
I tried to I'm trying to think of like
It's
something that
so
I
it'd be like,
I once when I was about 14, I went down to this drama thing with a school in Wales.
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 Cardiff.
And they would,
One of my favourite places is Cardiff to
It
visit.
was in the Rhondda Valley, actually in the Rhondda Valley. And
oh, you're very good at that.
and the guy, and he was like, one of the lines was, it was all about mythology and Welsh mythology and things like that. And he was like, it was a magical wonderland where people lived in glass castles and had dogs with red ears. And it was like really amazing.
That's so good.
And it was
Mine goes, it's like, oh my goodness, I'm in Cardiff and I can't believe it, sir. I don't understand. You're calling today on behalf of Virgin Media to offer you a brand new package on your broadband.
Cariad, why'd you speak in Indian?
I don't know.
I always find because you have to draw. I think that the Welsh accent is one that you draw out. That everything takes very long,
Long and slow. And you have to
It's
talk
long
like
and
that.
slow. I can't imagine someone in Welsh talking very fast.
Not at all.
You know?
But one of my favourites is I was doing it during our break, and I had to put it in this. It's over to you to
class.
challenge me to this one.
So I challenge you. I'm gonna look at it. I challenge you. This is no challenge because this is absolutely fucking class. But I challenge you to like a Filipino person speaking English.
I must say, I love the Filipino accent. I love
too.
anything Filipino. I love the food as well. But I'll tell you what, this,
yes.
it's just, I love listening to this. It's one of my absolute favourites. But I am calling today Mr. David Doherty Jebb to talk to you today about your podcast. It is being reported for nudity. And we have to inform you that your penis has to be removed from the podcast for it to go online. If not, you will face problems from Meta and Facebook.
Meta and Facebook.
I love it. It's fun.
That is spot on. That is such a good accent. Like anybody who, yes, it's like we were like, is this gonna sound a wee bit thingy? Oh, is this gonna sound a wee bit thingy? And we were like, do you know,
It's not a racist bone in my body.
No.
It's all homage.
It's homage. I love accents.
So do I. I can. The funny thing with me is I would talk to somebody and then accidentally start.
But that is an ADHD thing that we were talking about
It
earlier.
must be. It must be
definitely
because
is,
I would
do
chat
it.
away to somebody and they go, well, and they go, well, I thought about this, and I was, well, of course, that's no problem at all,
No
darling.
problems.
Fuck did that appear?
What are you talking about? No problem. I do.
But of course.
I love the yes. It's just like I love
Today.
the Polish, like the Polish nonchalance. We're like everything is okay.
It is fine.
It's fine.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. It will be.
is
But your
put in
Filipino
the-
accent is spot on. That's so good. You could be like, do you like at a, like whenever you're watching like drag contestants and they're like giving like their whole thing.
Yes,
You'd be like, I am from
her.
from Manila.
Oh yes, my name is Sandra. I am from Manila, and I am representing Miss Continental.
So good.
And I love that.
It's so good.
I fucking love that.
I fucking love
It's
this.
amazing.
I
Well, here,
love the Philippines.
I'll tell you listeners anymore. David, thank you so much for joining us this
Thank
week on the Laundry
you.
Room podcast. It has been lovely to have you aboard. Je vous le rends passer le compo avant.
I am very, very, very happy to have been
De nada.
here with you.
Muchas gracias, señor.
De nada.
De nada, de
Estoy
nada.
aquí super, super content. I love this is like a Spanish thing. Super, super contento. But they'll say like super contentísimo.
Yeah, I'm great.
Estoy aquí súper contentísimo de estar contigo, aquí con your listeners.
Sí, muy listeners en homosexuales.
Homosexuales.
Sí, faguetos. Es, no,
Do you want to say?
dos
Do you want to say here like faggot in Spanish?
is maricón.
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 Or mariquita.
I just say frutas.
Fruta. Mariquita, which is a ladybird.
Ladybird.
A ladybird.
Look at that little man over there. Looks like ladybird.
That little man over there.
What a faggot.
Well, he's a dirty homosexual.
What a dirty
you can't,
little
you can't say that now. You can't say dirty homosexual now. You
on
go
this
to
podcast
prison.
when you are one.
You can't say that now. You can't.
When you're sucking off unwashed cock, you're a dirty homosexual.
Well, do you not take a wee wipe? Do you not take a wee hand wipe with you?
Oh,
just
well,
in
you
case?
wipe it down like a doorknob.
Just
You're
the
like,
end
let
of
me
it.
just do- Let me just do a wee...
Don't take this personal, but I don't like dairy dunkers.
No, definitely not. I'm like...
I'm lactose intolerant. I can't go near your
I said to
dick.
people, I was going to say, I'd be saying to people, the last one fucking cunt came over to this house was a year and a half ago. I'd say, see now, make sure you come over here washed. It's
for
fucking
God's
like a
sake.
fucking new car. Get away to one of
Who
those car
does not
washes.
go to a hookup clean?
Some people
That's
don't.
rude.
I know,
That's
and I'm like,
rudeness.
there's times you're having to do the courtesy wipe with a baby wipe before you fucking have
I
to
know, nosh down on it.
land down on where you need to be. But
No.
there, folks, we're leaving that note. Make sure your downstairs is washed, your titties are washed, and you're ready to
always
get
keep
bucked.
a clean penis.
Absolutely, you better wash that fanny.
Wash your finny and your penis out of courtesy for others.
You dirty little
You
bastards.
dirty bastards.
David, thank you for joining me. You're
Thank
a
you,
wee
Roxy.
fucking star.
I loved that. Was hilarious.
It's been a gig. It has been lovely. If you've kept up this long and you've listened and you've enjoyed the tangent,
You have ADHD too.
you do indeed. And yeah, I tell you what, we'll have to. If you enjoyed it that much, let me know. We'll get some gigs together. Me and DDJ will hit the
100%.
stage
Love that.
again. But in the meantime, thank you for listening to the Laundry Room podcast. I will be back again with the next one very soon. They will not be weekly every Wednesday, but they will be out as quickly as I can produce them. It is summertime. I'm working quite hard on the airline, and of course, working very hard dressed up as a lady. So I can only do as what one man can do without literally losing the plot. So stick with me. I love you all loads. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, good luck. God bless. Bye bye. Be good. And if you can't be good, get fingered. Bye.